fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
So as we start, Retc0n starts by the railgun platform and the Hell starts by the banana. Both players getting their items right away. Hell doesn't yet have any weapons, only now does he have the LG, and Retc0n already with a rocket launcher and railgun in hand. Tries to get some aggression going. Hell will be getting his railgun. Now the only thing he needs is a rocket launcher. Certainly in position for that, and Retc0n extremely low gets the mega, but eats another railroad away and another one in quick succession.
That's Hell missed.
Overstack on both health and armor, and the 2 frags for the price of 1.
Wow, only 1 minute in, and myztro Hell has only missed 1 rail shot.
Yeah, only 1 rail missed, but Retc0n able to fire right back, but there's a mega waiting. And, so Hell won't feel too hurt. So that tri-bolt was incredible, certainly setting Retc0n back a little bit, especially after that turret and the rockets here in the T-con. Followed by that point-blank starting shotgun. Hell collects his 3rd frag, and the item should be coming up rather soon. Retc0n makes his way to the heavy, leaving the mega up as he collects, creating a little bit of separation both items.
He gets both items, and myztro does not have any armor to his name. He fetches the light just in time for the battle, but it gets removed by Retc0n's rail.
Yeah, Retc0n not looking too hot as well now, and Hell concedes that heavy, setting himself up for mega, and he collects it without much contention from Retc0n. The Hell even looks better in the health department, actively looking out for those totems. Especially as Retc0n doesn't have anyone standing. So no overstack is to be expected anytime soon. Well, Retc0n finds Hell, and that's a very good rocket, but gets caught on the heavy platform with nowhere to escape. And Hell deals a ton of damage. Retc0n only with a little bit of HP, and that's more than enough. And Retc0n realizes the trap, tries to make a jiggle, and it's successful as he picks up the light armor, and should be able to get himself some weapons now, as Hell is contesting that heavy armor. Oh, fantastic rocket from Hell, totally throwing Retc0n off his tracks.
Yeah, I think Hell is great in surviving with low health. And he leaves the items up. If he does not have the position to take it.
Oh, but Retc0n trying to be a little bit greedy, trying to be on the denial of that light armor, and Hell bounces all over that one as he gets another frag.
Ooh, he falls down, but thankfully the angle disappears before he takes any more LG damage.
Yeah, a bit of fantastic display of control from Hell here at the moment. Retc0n doesn't have a lot of stack to work with, does collect that mega, but gets removed right away from Hell's rail.
A little bit of tickling from the lightning gun from Retc0n. But the Hell is again the position to take the heavy.
Oh, might take a lot of damage here, but manages to evade it, and Retc0n is low, and Hell bounces all over that one, leaving Retc0n with a little bit over 30 health. Retc0n does get that light armor.
Oh, Hell is raidable!
Fight for now!
No!
Gets that frag, fantastic use of that totem. But on 3 HP, that would have been a lot to ask.
But he did connect that rocket before he died, so... And he's just...
And even the trade!
He was just rushing in.
And Hell forced to respect that nail gun.
Oh!
Oh, that's
And
fantastic rocket!
Hondi to the face of Hell.
And the Retc0n is back in this one. Does have a steep hill to climb, but still plenty of time if he can mount himself a comeback and work with that control.
Yeah, he gets both items, so he can be more aggressive than Hell is. Hell is only a basic stack. So he has to do a lot of more entry damage.
Well, that little turret damage should work into equalizing the stacks.
Yeah, Hell isn't giving any hints to Retc0n.
Impressive.
He shows his face
Hell.
to defend the armor, but
That mega comes just in time, and that turret perfectly placed to stop Retc0n in his tracks. And even the defensive railgun, when Retc0n was setting his totems up, that was amazing. And Hell catching Retc0n. Now Retc0n is on the back foot after looking like he was gonna get the frag. Amazing stuff from Hell to turn this one around.
yeah, he doesn't succeed in turning the control around, but he is conceding frags, so he's playing the time right now.
Yeah, no need to rush anything when it's in the lead. Retc0n is the one who must make a move. But if it's the wrong move, then it will snowball the other way, and that's not what Retc0n wants at this moment. As he might be about to get himself some overstack from his totems, finally for the first time in this one.
Oh, but still, Hell is doing great damage on the items that Retc0n is getting. And he even...
It doesn't look like it because of that totem overstack. Now 2 totems removed, so a lot of time in between that overstack, and Retc0n gets that frag, and certainly that totem overstack completely paid off.
Yeah, and still 1.5 minutes to go. Enough
Yeah,
time to
certainly
get something
possible,
done.
Certainly possible, but time is not in Retcon's favor. As Hell can just play slow and defensive. And with no totems up at the moment, I don't think he'll be having any overstack anytime soon. And Hell gets caught here on LG platform. All of a sudden, it's a 2-frag game with all the momentum in Retcon's side.
1 minute warning.
Oh, if he gets a frag right now, it's gonna be close.
Oh, Retc0n doesn't take advantage of the portals. So Hell manages to restack a little bit, still available, not anymore. And only 1 frag difference with 35 seconds to go. Suddenly a possibility, but Retc0n can't make any rush decisions. Must play it calmly, must play it slowly, must find Hell. Backed off into a corner, and this might be the possibility he's been looking for.
Yeah, that was actually great positioning by Hell. I thought most players will play the Portal game, but he took position on heavy and connected some great defensive rockets. And now, for the last few seconds, he's playing the Portal game.
Yeah, you just jiggling around the portal, using the turret even to escape. And that was almost a comeback from Retc0n. And but Hell takes map number 1. Great capitalization on control from both players. And it's nice to see Hell able to clutch it out at the end.
Yeah. It was almost a comeback. But
if the game was 11 minutes, then it would have been possible, but it's only 10.
yeah, and Hell just had a great start. With a lot of frags in the first few minutes. But next up we have Deep Embrace with Stroke on Retc0n and Ranger on myztro Hell. Yeah, I think I do favor her, the Ranger on Deep Embrace.
Yeah, absolutely. That orb in close range can be incredibly devastating. But there's only one way to find out, and
Yeah,
I'm sure those players will give us fantastic spectacle for us to witness. And we are heading into the server. We got Retc0n, we got Hell. If Hell wins, he moves on. If Retc0n wins, we are gonna go into a map number 3. All matchups best of 3s for the challengers. The finals are only used to decide seeding, but it can be important to get the higher seed. Might get to play maybe a weaker opponent early on, or a better test.
Prepare to fight.
lol. I have a
Round begins.
pretty fast PC, but I'm playing at ultra to
Fight.
for the best picture quality.
Time.
Yeah, and Hell gets the heavy right away, and Retc0n gets the mega, so no separation between the items. Oh, and Retc0n might get caught out in the open, and first damage goes to Hell. But Retc0n using that beacon right away, and it connects for a lot of damage. All the overstack from Hell gone.
Yeah, he looked like a stunt pilot.
Retc0n still does not have that railgun, which can be so important. Hell creating a little bit of separation, not a lot, only 3 seconds. But that might be enough for him to be willing to contest that mega in the hopes of getting both items. And now we move on to the other side, and both players should have all of the weapons that they need at the moment. Both players being really silent, biding their time. The Hell makes his way towards his item. Retc0n towards his. Both players delaying as much as they can, making the items being on the same time. We are starting to see a bit of a chess match.
But this was actually a full rotation delay from both. Which ended up...
Yeah, now Retc0n expecting the heavy to be earlier than the mega when it's absolutely not the case. Both players trading items. Oh, that's a lot of LG damage from Hell. Oh, when the rocket connects and Hell gets the first frag, but he's hurting, he's gotta be careful. Retc0n will be making his way with a shotgun, and the rocket ends up connecting, and we got a tied game again.
And now there is actually a little bit of a delay. If he chooses the correct routing, he could attack the Mega Health, but it goes to hell without any problems.
Yeah, now we see a little bit of a chess match of that light armor, which goes to Hell, so now Hell's a little bit of a stack advantage that will be used, I'm sure, to contest at least to get weapons. Hell, nowhere close to that heavy, picks up his heavy armor, using that orb to fake his opponent away and giving himself some space. And now Hell moves back into the heavy area. And Retc0n not able to connect to these last couple of peekers. Both players trading items again. Huge overstack. This is the slowest I think we've ever seen Deep Embrace be played. But that opening rocket from Hell will give him all he needs to start aggressing. Retc0n able to restack, and both players railable at the moment, and Retc0n hits his rail and hits the rail on the spawn. So now Hell is railable again, not in a great shape, as he must concede the Mega, but Retc0n opts to go for the heavy, so Hell takes advantage of that to pick up his item. Hell, with the shotgun going in for the aggression, keeping Retc0n quite low actually.
Yeah, and I think it's a good decision to enter a fight and then retreat, because Retc0n was still outstacking Hell even after he did that damage. And a long range speaker, 61 damage. And a little bit of delays gets added to the heavy. Retc0n turns out to be a great pilot.
Yeah, now Hell again playing, both players playing the slow game.
Tank. Stopwatch.
And Retc0n will be trying to make his move for the heavy. That rocket will help.
Minute warning.
And Hell decides to vacate the area and maintain his stack. But now Retc0n has got a commanding stack lead. And he moves in for the kill, should get that one, but that rail means that Retc0n will not be in a fantastic stack position, and Hell actually dodges that rail off the spawn.
Yeah, I do think the heavy goes to Hell, so he can be a bit more aggressive right after he takes it. And the Peeker does so much damage.
Oh, and Retc0n with a lot of health. Oh hell, it's that rocket! Trying to deliver a railgun shot, but misses on the tight angle, and well, Retc0n manages to collect both items, but the damage from Hell is amazing, and Retc0n ends up connecting two rails in quick succession, putting Hell on the back foot, and Hell's still railable at the moment. Uses the orb to fake the portal, and Retc0n will just take his mega.
That was a lot of LG, but Retc0n can stack back up on the heavy. But I think it's not enough to... yes, it is enough to survive the barrage of Hell's lightning gun.
Yeah, and that rail completely stopped Hell in his tracks. Oh, that peeker could have been dangerous. Hell dodges it, almost throws Retcon out of the map, and he gets that frag. And only a 2-frag game with almost 3 minutes to go, so plenty of time for Hell to make something happen. Hell even sticking to that light armor, hoping to exchange damage, but best case scenario did happen, and that was completely unreturned. And Hell sticking on this heavy side when Mega's about to spawn, which I'm sure the Retcon will be able to collect. And now both items are not separated again, as we saw at the start. But Hell can't afford to play too slowly, as there might not be enough time for him to get his frag.
Yeah, he does get the opening damage, but he still needs to chase it. Yeah, the follow-up is also for him. It's a little bit of a dirty fight, because he can't chase it right after, but the orb does the magic trick.
Yeah, the orb ends up getting him that frag, and only one frag to tie it up. Certainly possible, but he needs to land that defensive damage. Retcon will be bouncing in with a shotgun.
Yeah, this is a difficult task for the myztro player. He does scare Retcon away from the heavy.
A little bit risky, but that's what you gotta do at the late stages of the game. The Mega's completely gone. If he manages to connect another rail, he should get his frag, and he can't, and Retcon finishes it up with a shotgun. Looking more and more difficult, and he even gets hunted off the spawn and railed right away. Retcon doing so much late here. Already 5 frags up when it looked like Hell was on the verge of tying it.
Yeah, Hell was just banking too much on his aim, but he didn't connect his shot, and during the reload he just got destroyed, and Retcon even snowballed his frags after that one.
Impressive.
So yeah, the last minute was exciting.
Coming at you.
Yeah, the last minute was the fast-paced match we expected. But we will have a tied series, which means that it will be brought down to a best of 1. Winner takes all. Well, kinda, they still have to get through other challengers.
Lose.
GG, wow.
That was intense, certainly a nail-biter up until the end, and the winner of this series will be playing Pasita, who made it through Mikey. And on the other side of the bracket, Pepco is already in the semifinals after beating Zeus 2-0. We're still waiting on Chara versus Flowey. And now we're going into a corrupted keep, Visor versus BJ.
There is some...
Yeah, seeing some trash talk.
Yeah, but also some misinterpretation, maybe.
Yeah, don't know what's going on.
Oh hell, takes this as a sarcastic well played. But he said the same after Exile. So I think it's all in good spirit.
Yeah, all the trash talk always spices things up a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, myztro, thanks for the follow, by the way.
Prepare to fight.
Yeah, they should focus on the match at hand.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Indeed, they should. And as we get started, Hell spawns on the Mega, so gets that, the HMG and the LG right away, and even denies Rocket. So Retc0n only has a shotgun and a tribal to work with. So Hell knows that he can just keep his distance, but he moves in anyway. The Hell just keeping that high ground. Just even considers that Mega just to get that heavy armor, and Hell on a little bit of a commanding stack at the moment. Takes an LG fight by the heavy armor, almost wins it. Retc0n is so extremely low. Hell should be able to get this one. He does, but he's hurting himself now. And with no items being close to spawning, he must be extremely careful with the chase and using that piercing sight to get all of the information he needs. But Retc0n, a little bit of overstack now. Should be wanting to capitalize a little bit on this control for some nice damage. But the defensive rockets from Hell keep him at arm's length. Now we got our stacks quite equalized without any armor available on the map, so Retc0n will not be able to restack too much without the heavy armor, which he ends up collecting anyway.
Yeah, and Hell is an expert in sneaking in extra damage. He's using all the tools. If his enemy is far away, he switches to the HMG. But he's still a little bit defensive. Yeah, he has to take notice of the dual wielding guns of Retc0n. If he gets trapped and Retc0n has a lightning gun in his hands, he will be destroyed in an instant.
Yeah, completely melted, and then Retc0n hasn't popped the dual wield yet today, so and Hell being completely aware of that one.
Ah, there we go.
There it is, first dual wield. Doesn't get ends up getting a lot of value out of it. Almost spoke too soon. But Retc0n is the one hurting at the moment, and that Mega comes in the nick of time for him. At HMG though, absolutely incredible, without a lot of room for Retc0n to move away to anyway. Now Hell even manages to deny that light armor away from Retc0n. Retc0n has got nothing to work with. Right now, we'll be waiting around Red Room for now, biding his time, waiting for Hell to make his move so that he can pounce on it. And that was very well played from Retc0n, who manages to find a way to win himself a heavy armor and force Hell to restack somewhere else.
Yeah, I think that is a great decision. Retc0n also has shotgun now, so 2 shotguns is a lot of pain.
Yeah, now the dual wield getting popped up, but doesn't get the value that he wanted to get out of it. Does scare Hell away from from the item.
This time around. Ooh.
Great defensive rockets. Retc0n overextending a little bit, and Hell making him pay for that one.
Yeah, the heavy saved Hell in that instance. He timed that to the second. Restack mid-fight. And he even finishes off Retc0n just before the Mega Health spells.
Yeah, now gets that Mega Health, and Retc0n doesn't have that much to work with, but there's a shotgun, and the shotgun is enough to secure the trade. That should stop the bleeding, at least for now. As Hell must collect his weapons before engaging again. Luckily, spawn was where they were left. Oh, the dual wield, but the rockets are just too powerful. And the Hell even gets that Mega Health right away. Does have to concede that Mega. That Heavy, I'm sorry. And
yeah, there's no lights in this area, so he will be a bit defensive before he gets it.
Oh, and Retc0n dealing some amazing sneaky damage. Bouncing on his opportunity and... wow, even getting that Mega, but he's so extremely low, Hell can...
That was only the starter shotgun. And he switched it with the normal shotgun, which is even more effective.
Yeah, now Hell preserving his 4-frag lead. Still early, kinda early. There's definitely plenty of time for Retc0n to tie it up, but Hell is in a commanding position. Well, Retc0n is in a commanding position stack-wise right now. Retc0n should expect the piercing sight to have been popped, and Hell being as sneaky as he can, trying to get that first damage on Retc0n. Retc0n even gets himself in control, and Hell bounces in for the damage off of the TP into statue, into the LG area, and Hell deals so much damage, just unable to finish the job. Retc0n's stack was just too much. Oh, and he even gets the 1 HP frag! Can't afford to be aggressive at the spawn, even though Retc0n doesn't really have any weapons. Just the starting machine gun or shotgun should be enough. So Hell is relegated to this banana area. Now Retc0n, trying to be aggressive, chases through the banana, but decides to retreat midway and go get the heavy.
Wow, yeah, Retc0n got both items. Still, myztro Hell did a lot of damage, but yeah, it was just too much stack from Retc0n. But yeah, Retc0n has a little bit more than 2 minutes to get to a tie.
He has certainly enough time if he plays his cards right. That's something that I'm sure Hell is watching out as well.
Amazing rockets from Hell. That sets Retc0n back. Yeah, Retc0n or Hell is already a little bit turtling, not going for the fight, but
oh, does the set go for this one, and Retc0n's shotgun. This is something to behold, and 2-frag game as we cross the 8 minutes 25 second mark.
I said, like, Hell doesn't want to go for a fight, and he walks into a 120 120 damage shotgun.
Nobody heard it. Hell dealing a lot of damage with those rockets from above, and those will secure him the heavy, and it will be his first items in what seems like half the duel.
1 minute warning.
Oh no, Retc0n! Dealing some damage, but hell, able to restack right away. Retc0n must
All those
playing
rockets.
cards right, but hell's rockets are something incredible. Trapping him in that corner, and Retc0n falls. And it's 3 frags in 35 seconds. A tall order for anyone, let alone against hell.
Yeah, that last frag that, was the seal on this match.
Oh, that rocket almost hit with the piercing sight. Hell goes for that fight even with the double wielding guns, and that's a trade that completely 100% benefits Hell. Not enough time for Retc0n to make up for it.
You lose.
And that's a match, and Hell will move on to the next round. Look at all the rocket damage in the 41% LG. That was absolutely incredible display of skill.
It's just the same as